The next thing I want to talk about is Canada finally said they're going to allow the U.S. extradition of the Huawei CFO.
Hmm.
So she's stuck in Vancouver right now in one of her two huge luxurious homes, right?
Yep.
And the Canadian government said they're going to proceed. Today, the Department of Justice of Canada issued an authority to proceed, formally commencing an extradition process in the case of Meng Wanzhou, the government said in a statement. So remember, she was arrested back in December, and we have a few podcasts about that because of allegations that she violated U.S. sanctions against Iran. So this has really put a strain on the Chinese and the Canadian relationship. Legal experts had predicted that Ottawa would give the go-ahead for extradition, but of course her lawyers are fighting it and saying that it's unfair. Here's the interesting thing, though. It could be years before Meng is ever sent to the United States. So she might actually be caught in Canada for a few years.
Yeah, it's fascinating to see what's happening here. And let's get political on this, because the very day after Canada said, okay, we've cleared her for extradition, so we agree with the United States case that there should be a case here in Canada allowing extradition. So the first step was, does Canada agree that the United States has a case? And that's what this was. They agree. Yes, it looks like, if these allegations are proven true, that this is cause for extradition. So that step happened this week. And the very next day, after Canada said, okay, we agree with the evidence that's been put forward by the United States, we can now move forward with the extradition court case. And China instantly responded, instantly. And they said, oh, yeah, well, those two guys that we've captured and we didn't tell you why we've got them and why we're torturing them, we now have dirt on them. And we are charging them with spying and knowing state secrets.
Of course.
And so, okay, what were they spying about? And the problem is, in the Chinese government, they can decide anything is a government secret. And as soon as they say this is a government secret, then it is. And so Michael Spavak, who is one of the two that's been arrested, he actually works for a nonprofit organization, and he used to be a diplomat. And so technically, he still should have had diplomatic immunity. Well, they picked him off the streets because he works for a human rights organization, and guess who violates a lot of human rights, right? The Chinese government. And he was investigating into that. All they have to say is one of the places that he was investigating into is a state secret. Now he is a spy.
Oh man, that's crazy, Matt. I'm
Yeah.
fascinated to see how this is going to move forward.